The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is the Eagles Sports Network. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, alongside Carson-Newman offensive line coach Josh Turner. And Josh, we continue our position previews today with the men up front, a very veteran group that, depending on how you look at it, can throw out a previous starter at every position. What's that like for you to get to work with as a coach?
It's a great group of kids. You know, they know what they're doing. They're just polished. You know, they're continually getting better. They're not satisfied with where they're at. So it's awesome to have a group that knows what they're doing and then still has that work ethic, that kind of desire to keep getting better.
Starts with two preseason all-conference guys, two guys that probably can contend for the Jacobs Blocking Trophy, an All-American in Philip McDowell, and a multi-year all-conference performer in Jordan Seal. What tone do those guys set up front?
They definitely bring the attitude for the room. You know, they're all about being perfect in what they, you know, as perfect as they can be in what they do. And again, it's just about they want to do their job. They want to be as aggressive as they can with it. And again, it's kind of that just level of perfectionist that you love to coach.
Guy who's really stepped up over the past, call it 18 months or so, Reese Fain. Went from a tight end, I think in preseason camp last year, to now a preseason all-sack offensive lineman. What's he done to insert himself into the fray as a formidable blocker?
Well, I mean, he's an incredible kid. First off, you know, he's got a great story, great heart about him. He spent a year with us where he wasn't able to play and came out here and worked his tail off every day to get better, and you know, was able to start some games for us last year. Got that experience under his belt. And again, he's like the rest of them, man. They're focused. They're trying to get better with each day.
The other tackle, Dylan Wilson, loads of starting experience for the kid out of Bluffton. What can you say about him and the role that he's played in this program over the past 3-4 years?
Dylan's probably got the quickest feet of anybody you'll see at that position. You know, he's kind of the jokester. He brings a little lightness to the room, but you know, he's very, very serious in what he does. He's all the time taking notes and wanting to know what he can do to get better. He's staying after, does extra drills. He's just that hard worker that you want.
Really the only spot on the offensive line that, I don't want to say it's unsettled, but certainly the one position that doesn't have a clear-cut starter that played every game last year. But Cole Fritz at right guard has inserted himself into the fray there. What's he done his senior year to push the tempo there?
Cole has worked his tail off to get better, to get more explosive. Kind of the same theme. He's been in after practices. You know, he's put in the extra work. Again, focused on doing the little things right. He knows he's got to get the right techniques. And again, he's just working his tail off. So you've got Logan Townsend is going to be in the mix with that spot, and a local kid from White Pine, and again, just a solid, hard-working individual that has had some experience for us in the past.
You got several of those guys. You bring up Logan. Jake Marr certainly comes to mind at center. Tavon Murray, a capable player, has started games and won games for you when Jordan Seal's been out for injury. What about those guys, senior late in depth, not just are they backups, but easily can go out and take a starting spot here as camp goes on?
You know, a guy like Tavon 2 years ago, we finished the season out, went to Lenore-Ryan, went to Pembroke, and he was the starter and did a great job. We won games with him. He's somebody that you feel confident you put in the game, you know you don't have to worry about. Yeah. He is a solid kid, incredible hard worker. He's great kid too. So he's going to be fine. We can mix any one of those in and we'll be okay.
A couple of redshirt freshmen who have impressed throughout the past couple of years, Nick Root and Harrison Sheeler. What do those two do well?
Nick Root is a very aggressive tackle. He'll be in that backup spot at the left tackle. Comes off the ball great, uses his hands, solid puncher. He's just that raw offensive lineman that you love to watch. Harrison Sheeler is probably a little bit more on the finesse side. He's an explosive kid. He's kind of like Dylan. He's quick, real quick-footed, and just he gives you everything he's got for 240 pounds. But he's an explosive kid.
The player that has been made mention to me and that the eyes lit up when his NLI came in. Christian Jones out of Valdosta, Georgia. He's been hyped up as the next great Carson-Newman offensive lineman. Why is that?
He's definitely got the physical tools that you want to see. He's 6'3", 6'4", explosive. He's very strong, upper body, very coachable. I mean, very much can pick things up with just a little correction, and is able to adapt, pretty quickly after that.
That is Carson-Newman offensive line coach Josh Turner. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, and this is the Eagle Sports Network.